Hello guys, si Keshan Velosa ulit ito at welcome sa episode 5 ng laro tayo ng Disco Elysium. So game, continue natin yung campaign natin. Okay, nung huling episode natin guys, na, ginamit natin yung squad car ni Kim para tawagan yung yung police head ko, yung precinct headquarters ng main character natin. Tapos report natin na nawawala yung badge natin, kaya lang pinagtawanan tayo ng mga kasama natin eh. So anyway, continue natin din. Tapos hinahanap, may mga nakuha tayo ibang quests. So anyway, ito muna. You hear that there's a squall of seabirds. Tapos kailangan pa natin palang bumalik doon sa Rolling in Rags na pag saktong 1 o'clock na.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Hindi natin pwedeng i-cancel na lang. Kailangan pa rin sabihin, Pasaway.
Where?
What are the chips in the wall? Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it. Nothing, forget about it. Finish thought. I-reload ko nga. Hindi kasi parang meron pwedeng gawin dun eh. So, teka. Load ulit. Yung seabirds, okay. Dito.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Where? There? Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the revolution? What do you mean old? Okay then.
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Okay. Can you tell me about the revolution? Alright then.
We should focus on present crimes from the present century.
Okay. Meron pa tayo 29 minutes para mag-explore. Yun po, hanap pa tayo ng replacement na ball doon sa na binato natin eh. Actually, parang gusto ko muna ilagay ito para meron tayo para pwede tayo maghanap ng items na yung mga bote. Glass tier. Plastic tier.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer. Vandalism. Shake your head. Look inside. Sige, try natin. Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onak, written on the other side. with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens.
Ah, si Kunyo Pasaway.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Okay, meron pa tayong 27 minutes. Teka. Ano pa tayo na, ano? Saan ba yung mga nakita nating basura pa? Ito yung dalawang magkaibigan na ano, yung ina natin yung game, yung pinakialaman natin. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. Ano ba yan?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay. So, meron pa tayong 26 minutes. Enormous bulls, worthy of a real man. Wala. Trash can?
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
With mail delivery packs. But, fuck you, mail delivery packs.
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Lavantorie mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Crap.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection works.
Roberto, you think so? You think it was cool? Okay, say natin na lang.
The lieutenant pats the box on the head, ever so slightly, before walking away.
Ito trash can din ah. Dito ba wala? Wala.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Main hall building A. Andro Orlando Hair SEA. Artemitep's boxing for young athletes and gym. 24th window. 24H window. Emma's fashion atelier. Febron's taxi. The rest has been burned off. Slipstream SEA. Fortress Accident SEA. Reversal ICT. Main hall building B. Whirling in rags. East Delta pinball entrance from building B. Empty card. Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
He takes a step back, inspecting the other names on the list. Try natin yung whirling in rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Okay, never mind. Wala na. Yung iba kumpanya, hindi natin na-encounter pa eh. So, di ba may bolt cutter tayo?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash
The
container.
body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there? Keep the hunch to yourself. Okay lang.
The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
How do you get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or...
Oh, or lieutenant? No, or pry bar? Sige, pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Oh, tsaka hindi natin makukuha eh. Masyado low. You open the trash container. Oh, kausapin natin si tanong natin kung paano makuha yun. Maganda yan. Open trash container. There's a locked trash container behind the whirling in rags. The manager cart should have a key. Alternatively, you could use brute force to pry the lid open. You just need a pry bar. Di na. Actually, meron tayo kaya lang mamaya magalit sa atin si So, tanong na natin kay Gart muna. Asar na nga sa atin dahil kung ano-anong kalokohan pinagkagawa ng character natin before.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours? So about that money we owe. Sige go.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbours too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me, and it isn't callous. It's common sense. No.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't seem callous to you. Guarding even your leftovers from the poor. We need those keys. Sige, ito na. Baka magalit pag ito eh.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay. Key to trash container. Bye. Okay, tingnan natin kung anong meron dyan sa trash can na yun. Garbage meron syempre, pero maliban doon, ano kaya meron doon? Teka.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Empathy masyado mababa. Sige, ito, sabihin natin yung shack. Kuno, I found your shack. What shack?
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panels aside, Kuno. I phase shifted through the roof, through the roofing material. Ano, sige.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
You can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
He says to himself, then turns to you.
How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What was that with the pig head? I found a pig covered with powder residue. Know anything about it? Ay, malapit na. May 15 minutes na lang tayo. What was the tube of manganese, Kuno? Is that my coat up there? I'm pretty sure it's mine. Point to your coat waving in the wind. Could I get into the harbor from the roof?
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
Thanks, kid. After all, what? Okay, thanks.
Whatever, piggy.
Could I get into the harbor from the roof?
Course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the ducky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
Is that it? Easy. I've got a jump to get in there at my age, in my condition. Okay, sige. Is that it?
Not
Easy.
for you, pig. Kuno can't wait to see you get all scared and shit your pants.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat pants.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Crap. Talagang, para makuha kailangan natin tumunan. I've had enough of this one.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
12 minutes na lang. So, teka. Ito naman na. Mas importante to eh.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Okay. Gamit natin padlock.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there? Open the lid. Another time maybe. Okay, sige. Ito muna.
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Okay. Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Open the trash.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton. Pick at the rags. Search the food waste. Under the boxes of cartons. 10 minutes na lang. Teka. Is kahit pa paano nakaka-progress tayo. Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. I bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the
the
container.
belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ano ba yan? Black t-shirt.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of ribbed-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
Thrown out towel. A mug. That's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them here. We need to ask the kids who put them here. You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe? Okay, proceed.
the lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
The mug. I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Eek.
Only in its social sensibility.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing.
3 minutes pa.
Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What? Elbows out. There's nothing more. There's nothing more here.
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Credit card.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Kasi ito na lang. Hindi natin talaga alam eh.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Okay, fine. May nakuha tayong achieve, who put the clothes in the trash? The victim's clothes in the trash container out back, neatly folded. Who could have put them there, and why? Only the whirling staff was supposed to have the key. Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Ask Gart if he knows how the victim's clothes got into the trash. Okay, teka, 1 minute na lang. Kailangan natin bumalik sa whirling. Find your paperwork. Officers of the RCM carry a ledger with paperwork. Find yours so you'd be able to take official notes. Look around the yard. Something makes you think it's there. Okay, 1 minute pa. Teka, check natin items. Wala. Kulang pa, di pa pwede mag-upgrade.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. Ano ba yan? I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring. I'd rather not to, I'd rather not to talk about it right now. Baka ito nga.
Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Read your paperwork and name the case. This case needs an official name. Go to your inventory and interact with the damaged ledger to give it one. Finding the right line may take some time. Okay, yan sakto. Ano na, 1 o'clock na. Pwede na tayong bumalik din. Close, delete.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay, so balik muna tayo doon. Mamaya na natin tanongin si Kuno. This broken eared mug somehow made its way into the whirling in rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent, frolicking in a field of saffron flowers. Buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial era antique. Ah, paano interact?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read here. Smelly. There's actually a lot to read to read into here, actually. Look at all that content. Wag naman na. Saka na lang pati yung ledger. Saka na. Kailangan natin pumasok dito sa whirling. Kailangan pumasok tayo doon sa kitchen. Ayan, bukas na. The dishes are drying. The smell of chemicals and pine trees. Ano? An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. May pintuan pa doon. Ano yun? May pera sa loob. Okay, go. At least meron na tayong $2.15. Itong pintuan na to.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch the door. Try to push on the door. I wonder where this door leads to. Sabi backdoor. Mark my words. Okay, touch the door muna.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
I wonder where this door leads to.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation. You're right, it's not important. Let's go. Sige to.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Yes, I mean inside investigation. No, the door is a main investigation. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation when
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
leave. Meron na naman tayo isa. Explore the whirling secret passage. There are strange doors in the whirling. No one knows where they lead. Find a way in and see what's hidden there. In the hostel cafeteria's forgotten corners. Doon din sa kwarto natin, may ganyan din eh. So, ano pa ba pwedeng interactable dito? Wala na. Okay, kasapin natin tong chef. Cook pala.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please. It's not funny.
Okay, see, I have some questions to ask. Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official police business. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions? Sige, ito na.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Do you know what's behind the door? Point to the blue door. You've got some impressive pots there. I don't think I need anything else. Say, stay masculine. Ito, sige to.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Okay. So, tanungin natin si Gart tungkol dito. Ano, teka, akit tayo doon sa kwarto. Doon sa room natin, meron din ganung pintuan eh. So, yun, subukan natin paklasin yun. Save natin. Ito. Hindi pa rin kaya. So walang point. Sige, kasapin natin si Kurt.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Who else has keys to the trash container? Ito na lang.
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Could someone on your staff have put them there? Try natin.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Okay, sige.
Yes?
Guard, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Tata. There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have... Sige ta. Okay then, never mind.
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there. Let him get to pretend he's indifferent.
He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off.
Yes?
Wala na. Okay, subukan natin baklasin. May pry bar naman tayo eh. Try natin.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Teka. Who put the clothes in the trash? Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person and you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. Crap. Hindi pa tayo pwede mag-level up. Kulang pa.
The door does not budge.
Okay, for now, kausapin naman natin si Kuno. Ano, teka. Green ape pen. Postcard. This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Shamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi. An ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years in 39. The project fails. The project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Okay. Okay. Ito, interact na tayo dito.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off. Leave it there. It's cool. Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same. Try
If you
natin.
want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not though. It's toilet paper.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across the aluminum.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, what is this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information? How can I read it? That's all, thank you. Sige to.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like for
All
example,
RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
that's all.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Brush the white paper.
They're not
Papers.
exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
Teka, meron naman tayong entry sa journal. Read the watermarks. Get in front of Kinema's headlights to read the halogen watermarks in your ledger. This may yield some information about who you are. First, go and turn on the lights. Kinema. Okay. Yung kotse niya.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
For 3 months. Is 2 cases a week a good case load, Lieutenant? There was mention of a naming convention here. Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room? I'm done inspecting these. Close the cases at one.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Parang yun ang nangyari ngayon. 2 cases a week appears to have been my load. Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them though. Not and return to the case notes.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes. I burned out all right. A nice brisk pace, the way I like it. So ito na, I mean, obvious naman eh.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
He nods and turns back to his own case files. We all make mistakes.
God knows I've made my share. He tries not to think of them. Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too. That one.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Or?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my case is free to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
That's the one, Lai. No, I mean a non-numeric one. With titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders. That mentioned it.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died.
Rail spike.
It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper. Using the pen Lena gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. The Furies are at home in the mirror. The setting sun. Shit on a stick. Actually, I don't have one.
Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one.
Okay. No, go ahead. Let me guess. The Hanged Man? Go ahead.
The Hanged Man.
He really likes that name.
Solid name. That's idiotic, mockingly. The Hanged Man? Way too simple. I'm not feeling it. Okay, sige. Solid name.
Thank you. I think so too. Good and normal. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Nagawa na rin natin at least kahit pa paano may napupuno tayo kahit konti. Okay, I'm done expecting these. Close the case files.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Put the ledger away muna. Teka, save ko lang. Tapos subukan ko yun.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Check try natin. Hay naman eh.
It's proving to be harder than expected.
Buti na lang sinave ko. Pero hay eh, bakit bumagsak?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Yes,
Ayun.
you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Wait, HDB 41? Weren't those officer precinct? Ayan. 42 na. How long does it take to read a case? Ito na.
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HBD?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horus Debbie Berenger? Ram Dershan Vinkensim? Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. Wow, I don't know what to say to that.
I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with, but it's the one you got. So sorry. Yeah, we're staying out of this business for now. HDB is bad news from yesteryear. It's shit on show.
How long does it take to read the case file?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
The next world mural? The unsolvable case? The square bullet hole murder? The couch in an unexpected location? Murder at the hookah parlor? I can revisit this. Put the case files away.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Read the gray file. Browse the yellow papers. At sige, ito muna.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
It's conduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Enough of these close forms.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
Meron tayong point. Pwede tayo mag-upgrade ng isa. Teka. Saan ba tayo kukuha? Hand-eye coordinate. Kailangan mas importante perception. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. Okay, ito. I-level up ko ito isa. Okay.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Revachol something militia. Ayun. Revachol Citizens Militia. What did you say the color was? Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Malamang.
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Masyadong low. Teka. Save ko na lang muna. Tapos end na rin natin episode after na. Subukan lang natin buksan. Subukan lang natin tapos end na natin episode.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage is not what you entered.
So next. Try lang natin buksan.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Is not what you...
Ayaw talaga. Last attempt na. Pag ayaw pa rin talaga, wag na lang.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Is not what
Ayaw
you...
talaga. Anyway, end na muna natin guys. Tuloy na lang natin next episode. Okay, so anyway, Kaya Sean Veloso signing off, guys. Tuloy na lang ulit natin ang next episode.